What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and today I'm back with another review. A few quick things to mention, and this is important. I didn't do a predict last week because of the fact time-wise, also a few things came up. Work-wise, it was very stressful at work, a lot of overtime needed indeed. But I will be doing hopefully a video tomorrow which will explain a very special episode of Predict that hopefully someone watching this video hopefully can get involved with. I'll release that video tomorrow. It'll also be linked in the description. In this video, once I've released it, it's got to do with the international break, and you can pretty much guess what it is, but I'll leave your imagination at thoughts. Maybe you think something cooler than mine. And second of all, hopefully the video earlier today you would have watched. If not, if you click at the top of the middle of the screen, top middle, then you can see the video I released, and hopefully you can go watch that, support that and share that. That's a very important video. And on the bottom of the screen you've got JNO's video. This is to do with Charge syndrome. Someone he knows, a member of his family, unfortunately diagnosed with it, and it's needs help with everything basically, a poor little baby. So hopefully you can spread that around, get some support going on that. But we are here with a review today. And we're going to try and go through things quick because I've waffled on a lot. I think 20 minutes is a bit too long for an episode like last week, but maybe 10 to 15 is the perfect length. So I'm going to try and get this done quick. First of all, Aurelio Gomez. Now, although he didn't get a clean sheet, oops, there we go. Although he didn't get a clean sheet, for me, he had a good game because he saved a penalty, made 5 saves in general, on course for them to grab a good 1-1 draw against Bournemouth away from home as well, and hopefully, you know, that'll give them a boost. Surprisingly, Odion Ighalo did score there, but definitely the reason why Aurelio Gomez got the best points out of the week, and also probably the best goalkeeper of the week as well. Moving on to the second player we've got on the side of our screen, which is Glenn Johnson. No, I did not expect to be saying that this week, but I managed to pick up 3 bonus points, a clean sheet, and 3 points for an assist in their 1-0 win against Aston Villa. He assisted, I can't remember who scored for Stoke, but he assisted them obviously. I think it was away from home, yeah, away from home as well. You know, he picked up, that's 12, he's all pretty much half of the total he's got so far this season. And a fun little stab at Glenn Johnson, who's probably one of the most disliked players on Foothead. Who would have thought? But lastly, I had a choice to put Peters in there or put Schlupp in there. And for me, I had to put Schlupp in there, because for me, Peters, it's like Johnson got a clean sheet, but Schlupp managed to grab himself a goal in Leicester's 2-1 away win of Norwich. Everyone here, it's away city here. Jeffrey Schlupp managed to peg himself a goal of the 2 goals they scored away from home at Carrow Road against Norwich. Fantastic performance from him. Still no clean sheet though. However, if you look at Leicester quickly, one player did get a clean sheet, because if you play over 60 minutes they get taken off before the team your team concedes. That counts as a clean sheet. So Danny Simpson has got the only clean sheet this season that Leicester have. Moving on now to the midfielders, and it's hardly surprising who's at the top. Alexis Sanchez. Once again, a destructive week from the Chilean, I think that's it. 3 bonus points, a clean sheet and 2 goals scored in their triumphant 20-minute thrashing of Manchester United. I say that because the next 70 minutes were pretty boring. I did watch it, and it just shows that you put Man United under pressure and their boring football can't really do anything. You allow them to play, you allow them to respect, they can hurt you. Just for the fact they can bore you out of the game. Arsenal pressed very well, and that is the reason why they did so well. Alexis Sanchez, for me, definitely the best midfielder of the week, as you've seen by the points. Grabbed himself 2 goals as well, also 3 bonus points, obviously, because he basically ran the game again. 5 goals in his last 2 games. Upcoming game against Watford away, Everton at home and Swansea away. Could be a decent pick. Remember, there is no predict this week, no preview this week, because of course there's an international break. So we've got a chance to take a breath and just look at our team, analyse it, see what I need to do for the next game week. I know I need a lot of changes. I did very poorly this week. Second of all, we had to choose between who did the second best, and for me it was Christian Eriksen. He grabbed himself 2 goals and 3 bonus points in their 2-2 draw against the Swans. You know, he's finally finding his form, maybe, because he had been worried. You know, you got to the 5-game mark and he's only picked up 1 assist. He didn't play in 3 of them, in fairness, but he's come back, grabbed himself 2 assists and 2 goals in the last 3 games. So for him, that is fantastic play. And of course, we had to pick De Bruyne. For the simple fact, he grabbed himself 2 assists and a goal, as well as 2 bonus points. So 1 more bonus point will take him on course, or with 16 points and over the challenger in the white shirt, Christian Eriksen. But for me, he had a fantastic game as well, and he's proving to be quite a signing. I had doubts, but you look at his first 4 games, admittedly, Crystal Palace is a little bit of a blip, but he got a goal, and a goal, and 2 assists. 3 goals and 2 assists. You've got him to the right, Sterling to the left, Silva playing inside Aguero. If that attack is fit throughout the whole of the season, play 10 defenders and a goalkeeper. Try and play 3 goalkeepers, because you're going to have trouble keeping them out. Now, there are some honourable mentions as well. Kabay did very well, so did Ozil, Mane and Villa, Balassi, Payet, Walcott, Ali, Arnautovic, Ayew, Davis, Silva, Kante, Willian. All of them did very well. It was a very tough week to pick, but of course I've got to go with the 3 highest ones for this week. Lastly, we go to our attackers. First up with the best points tally this week is Pella. I'm only joking, it's Sergio Aguero, of course. Who else could it be? Picked himself up 5 goals. Now, I, for one, played against a person that stuck Aguero as captain, and that automatically means you lose, because that's 50 points you're up against from that one player. He also had Sanchez in his team, and the guy at the top this week, you can't see it, but he played his triple captain and got 160 odd points. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Aguero obviously absolutely destroyed Newcastle defence, showing he has still got the quality. It's just whether he can put it in a decent quantity. Yeah, I'm using my English very well there. And moving on, we have Graziano Pella. I did mention him. He had a fantastic game. Although he only scored 1 goal, he picked up 2 assists. He ran the game against Chelsea. It was very hard to defend. His finish was fantastic against the sprawling Begovic, I suppose you could say. Although he picked up a yellow card, he was fantastic for me. Definitely worthy of getting the 3 bonus points that he did. And worrying times for Chelsea. I released a video on Chelsea's situation, also whether Mourinho should stay or go. I said stay, but you can watch the rest of it on my channel. It's there somewhere. And lastly, I had a few choices to pick. Ighalo, Ings or Vardy. For me, it's got to be Vardy, because Ighalo, he played, he played a game 1 against Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth, as much as you give him credit, but I think they're a much easier team to score against. Danny Ings, scoring against Everton, did very well. He was the top contender, but for me, I think, continuing with his good form, Vardy scored again. That's 7 goals in 8 games. He's grabbed a goal or assist in every single game this season. He just cannot stop performing to the max level of his ability, which is huge, by the way. He's now on 52 points. He's taking his point tally over the 50-point mark, which is looking good for Jamie Vardy, looking good for Leicester. But although they're conceding, if they've got Vardy up front constantly, then that is good. And now we're on to the worst players. I've just realised I've got it off. This is where I need my phone. So first of all, we have a Manchester United defender. Shock horror. It's actually Mattia Darmian in my team. Cost me -1 points. Picked up a yellow card, conceded 3, and only played 45 minutes before he came off for Antonio Valencia. That's the 2nd time in the first 8 games he's come off at half time for Antonio Valencia. Is he, the one for the first team spot this season? Well, Louis van Gaal seems to think that Valencia is still in the running, because he wouldn't have dropped him twice at half time if he didn't think that he could have the quality to turn it around and maybe get forward and get everything. But at 3-0 down, you've got to take risks, and Valencia is much better getting forward. He'll constantly pound down the wing, get balls in. If he loses the ball is lost, he'll pound back, and he's a workhorse. Gives 110% every single minute of every single game, from the first whistle to the last. That's why I'm a big fan of Antonio Valencia. But of course, Darmian is in there. Secondly, we do have a Newcastle player, and I had to choose between Mbemba and Marco Colocini. I could have also, slammed my thing there. Could have also chosen Mbabu, but for me, didn't play enough, so he didn't get the accolade. Could have got 1 point this season, surprisingly, somehow. But I went with Colocini because he's a captain of the defence. Also trumps Krul's on 0 points. I've seen 6 goals, even against Manchester City. 6 goals is appalling. And you got to take you back to the 8-0 thrashing Sunderland got, which basically told you we're in trouble this season. But you look at it and you think, what could Colocini do? The answer is try and control his defence. They've been all over the place this season. 2 goals. Surprisingly, they have got a clean sheet against Manchester United. 1 goal, 2 goal, 2 goal, 2 goals, 6 goals. God, the future is not looking good for Newcastle. And lastly, looking down at this, unsurprisingly, it wouldn't be a review without Branson Ivanovic making it in. I know there were defenders with worse scorers. I could have put another Newcastle defender in there. For me, Ivanovic was the major downfall in Chelsea's defence. Once again, failed to stay on his feet, dominated from first whistle to last. He does not look like a Premier League player. He needs to be taken out of the team. You need a Babaraman in left back, then Azpilicueta in right back, whoever you want in centre back. As I did say in the Mourinho thing, if you want to go and watch that you can, but I'll give you a quick snippet of what I thought. As well, people are saying John Terry hasn't got the legs. You see defenders like Mertesacker, they play fine without the sprint speed and everything. But if you're not getting defence from you're not getting the support from the fullbacks all times, and also a decent defensive midfielder, which Fabregas isn't, and Matic looks a bit lackadaisical at times, who is featuring in this episode, by the way. It's not really their fault. You can play football without having any legs. You can't, but without any running legs, I suppose. In speed-wise. But if you don't get support, you're going to get breached a lot. So Ivanovic obviously is in there. Now we move on to midfielders. And first of all, I'm going to leave, you can probably see it on the screen now, on the left side there's a strange one, but I'll leave him to the end. Now we're on Chelsea, I may as well just stick with Nemanja Matic. Now, the reason he's in there, I mean, you could have put anyone in there. You could have put Ramirez in there because he had a stinker of a game. But 45 minutes, got taken off half-time. But for me, Matic came on, didn't really affect the game much. He came on at half-time, I believe, then got taken off again when they conceded 2 more goals. Matic is considered a much better holding midfielder, and for me, he conceded 2 goals. He was on the team and he conceded 2 goals. He was taken off, to have Remy go on up top, which didn't change the game at all by that time. But for that reason, Matic is in there. Secondly, we do have a Manchester United player, and it's a surprise one again. It's after last week's performance, it's actually Depay. For me, Depay doesn't look like a Premier League player. He's had little snippets, like very little snippets of quality. Besides that, he's been awful. He was awful against Arsenal, taken up half-time. Hardly surprising, because, quite frankly, well, it's an awful display. Absolutely awful. And, another woeful game for him. The only reason he's on so many points is because, the assist against Southampton and the goal against Sunderland, which to be honest isn't hard to do at the moment, will have helped him get the points where he is. And lastly, the strange one, talking about Sunderland, we have got a Sunderland player, and for me, Lens makes it in. Now again, there were players like Ramirez obviously on 0 points, there are others there, but for me, Lens, although he scored, he got sent off, and when he got sent off, he jeopardised the game for Sunderland, and effectively lost them their first 3 points of the season, and could have lost them the game. Because you get sent down to 10 men, all of a sudden they've got an extra man to shove forward, they're going to shove more men forward, you're under the cosh, you've got to defend like that, get the odd counter-attack, which didn't happen. And for me, that's why Jermaine Len's in there. Again, probably one of Sunderland's standout players, they'll miss him, I have to say, with 3 assists and 2 goals in his first 5 games, 29 points in total, not bad for a Sunderland player, not going to complain with that. And lastly, we have the attackers. Now, we've got Tottenham attacker, Man United attacker and a Chelsea attacker. I'm going to start with Chelsea. And for me, it's got to be Radamel Falcao. He didn't have a shot on target in the whole game. Again, that's poor from a striker that's considered, quality. A few years ago was, the best finisher in the world. He's lost his touch completely. Chelsea fans will defend him. My brother's a Chelsea fan, he'll defend him. For me, it was a dive. He's going over already. So whether it makes contact or not, he's already going over on the floor. And if you're already going over, you can't claim, oh, he's fouled me, because you're already falling over and anticipating it. And that, in fairness, is a dive, in my eyes. Don't understand what Mourinho is talking about, but hey-ho, there you go. And Falcao was just awful. Also picked up a yellow card for simulation, obviously. Next up, we have a Manchester United player, and of course, Martial, tries his hardest, but, obviously he's not going to be, scoring, banging in goals every game. For me, it's Rooney. Rooney was awful. The Rooney, I did tweet Gary Lineker's documentary, Wayne Rooney, the man behind the goals, probably couldn't come out as a worse time when the striker is failing to score. Although he's broken England goal scoring record, it wasn't hard to do. San Marino, I think a penalty, I think it was, I'm not sure. And also the fact he scored 1 goal this season and got 1 assist. And that was lucky, because Kyle Walker accidentally kicked into his own net when they played Tottenham. So it's worrying times for Manchester United, and they've shown again that they scored 3 against Liverpool, 3 against Southampton, 3 against Sunderland. Are they going to do well against the bigger teams? Who knows? And lastly, we're going to get someone who's actually on 0 points this week. It was hard to find, but I put one in there. And of course, poor old Harry Kane. He was on a scoring spree, and he scored again this week. Apart from it was into his own net. A corner, it was an awful corner from Shelvey. He's gone to clear it and he's whacked it, miskicked it, sliced it into the top of his own net, given Swansea a goal. And I've seen the commentators saying, why is he could have left it. For me, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Ayu or Montero running in behind. If he would have left that, they were going to tap that in and they were not going to miss. So, you know, I just had to get better contact and clear it away. But for me, not a good game for Harry Kane. Played 80 minutes, didn't really do anything in the attack. Both goals coming from a Dele Alli assist and a Christian Eriksen goal. So there you go. And that is that for this episode. Man, I need to stop talking so fast. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoy hopefully the stats I sort of give you, and if you want to see more of something or less of something, or just have tips for me, and leave them in the comment section down below. But thank you guys for watching nevertheless. If you have liked this video, then leave a like and let me know what you think in the comments down below, like I've already said, and subscribe if you feel like I'm worthy. Check out all the videos I've mentioned today, and also the very important video that I followed up Jano's video with. That is, if you're going to only watch one, please watch that one, it's really important. But thank you guys for watching nevertheless, and peace.